Hello! Today we're going to be talking about David Dobrik and pretty much just influencers that are bothering me and that I hate.
It's like that, like that, it's like that, it's like that, it's like that, it's like that, you know.
I have been saying that David Dobrik is a little weird. I used to watch him a lot, not because I was a super fan or anything, but because if I was doing homework or something, I would have him playing in the back. It was really easy to just have, something playing in the back while you're doing your work, and his videos kind of fit the mood or whatever, and I wasn't really paying attention. But when the whole Seth thing came out, I literally vividly remember, sorry, I filmed this video already, so my hair is falling now. I didn't curl it for it to last. But anyways, when the whole Seth thing came out, when that situation came out, I remember that video coming out. I remember seeing the two videos of the prank with him and Jason, and they were supposed to, I was like, okay, this is really weird. Not to get too deep, but he is a black man, and a lot of black families do not accept gay interactions or anything that is not straight. I don't know if that's exactly what his situation was, but he was saying that it was ruining his life and a lot of people weren't taking him seriously. He lost his job, whatever, stuff like that. So I kind of put two and two together and thought, okay, maybe it's because his family just doesn't approve of it. Obviously by that time, David had such a popular channel, there was no way that that video wasn't going to be out there some way, somehow. Out of respect, he should have taken it down instead of trying to offer Seth money, because that's weird. That's not normal. I think it's just common sense. Someone's not comfortable with what's going on and you've posted it. The quickest thing that you could do, the easiest thing that you can do to wrap up this whole situation is just delete the video. Not unlist it, not private the video. And I feel like if it was that bad and it was really ruining his life, he had to move cities or whatever, you might as well give him the money that he made from that video and call it a day. So yeah, no, that situation was weird, and that was my first turn off with David, and around that time, that's when I stopped watching him. There's a lot of weird mixed reviews on Seth's situation, because first of all, people don't want to address that David's videos were racist. They made jokes about this guy eating, they made jokes about Seth eating watermelon, jokes about the N-word, blackface. He was the token black friend. It was okay because, hey, no, Seth's black, it's okay. He's laughing, that means I can laugh too. No. How are you gonna grab Seth, make him the token black friend, and then SA him on camera and post it, and then offer him money to make him shut up? David's not a good person. I don't know who convinced you that he was a good person. I don't know if you guys just seen him giving away cars and all this money and that's what convinced you that this guy was good. But at the same time, half of his supporters are little rats that are 10 years old or have the brain capacity of our 10-year-olds. Yeah, but that's my kind of take on David Dobrik and his very problematic past. This SA thing that came out recently was from at least 2 or 3 years ago. I think it should be handled as if it happened today, as if it happened yesterday. Just because it happened a while ago doesn't mean that we just wrap it up and call it a day and it's whatever, we move on. I think that everyone should be held accountable for their actions. Stuff needs to happen. Obviously, charges need to be pressed against him, and I think charges need to be pressed against David as well. Anyways, so what I was trying to say was that they both need to be held accountable, and I think that both of them should receive harder punishments when it comes to charging them and everything, because David's involvement was really significant, and so obviously Dom's was as well. And I feel like there may have been child pornography involved, but obviously there are deleted clips. His videos are heavily edited, so we're never gonna fully know. But if we're going based off of the information that we do have and that we do see on the screen, obviously there's underage drinking, so David needs to be held accountable for that. Every single person that was there needs to be held accountable for letting these girls drink underage. Him coming out on his apology video and saying I didn't know what was going on, and trying to separate his involvement from Dom's, even though yes, they had two very huge roles that were separate roles, but one wouldn't have happened without the other, and one wouldn't have happened without the other. So they both play on each other, and I feel like him kind of addressing it as if like, you know, he was just a friend, and I'm sorry for believing what he said, and da-da-da. Like, no, you filmed it. You knew from time. It's been how many years? You joked about how you're going to go to jail because you did something so disgustingly bad. You joked about the whole set situation before it happened. Trisha told you not to do it because who does that? So I don't know why he's trying to play innocent in this video. The way it was edited was very manipulative, him crying in it. Even if it was his true feelings, I don't care right now because that's not what the video should be about. The video is not about how you feel. The video is about taking accountability for your actions and what you're going to do moving forward. Now, I do want to address the fact that this video happened to conveniently come out after he lost all his sponsors. Because the video before that was supposed to be his apology video or his taking accountability video or his my truth video. It was very tone deaf. It wasn't addressing anything. It hopped, skipped, and jumped around the end conclusion of what he should have been saying. The point was to come out, say what you did, say your involvement, say what happened, and say what you're going to do to hold up to your word in the future. But yeah, like, his video was not like that at all. It was very like, okay, let me just sit down and make this 5-minute video so I can go back to, you know, hopping around in my Tesla. And, you know, like, when that whole thing happened, they were posting on social media, their friends were posting about hanging out, going to David's new basketball court in his house or outside his house, whatever. The fact that this video came out after he lost all his sponsors, I think it just goes to show his character even more than it did before, because obviously once he filmed those when he was filming those racially insensitive videos, those RAPE jokes, those pedophilic jokes, that type of stuff, like, obviously he didn't care from then. He knew it was wrong because he joked about going to jail. So that means that you know that what you're doing is incorrect and that you can be held accountable for your actions in that way, especially with jail time. So yeah, let's not sit here and be like, oh, he was so young, he didn't know. But let's back it up for a second, because what? Anyways, I feel like it goes to show his character and how he really is by, and not just him, but his friends and just influencers in general. This is just another example on why we should not be supporting these people. They're just money-hungry people. They don't care about who they affect, who they hurt in the process. Nikita Dragon, for example, look at Jeffree Star, for example. They have been called out how many numerous of times, and they still make their money, they still do whatever because people are still watching them. So it doesn't matter how many times you call Nikita out for blackfishing, she's still gonna do it because that's what is bringing people to her page, is what's giving her attention. Even if it's negative attention, especially with Jeffree Star as well. He doesn't care what kind of attention he gets. He gets negative attention, and that is what is making his business thrive. And it's like, it's this endless cycle of giving these influencers exactly what they want and exactly what they need to keep their businesses growing. Anyways, that's a little rant and that's a little off topic, but going back to what I was saying, David Dobrik, hanging out with his friends, posting about it, and his friends posting about it, goes to show that they never cared about the situation then. So what changed their minds now? What changed David's mind so much that now he wants to sit down and take accountability for a majority of his, not all of them, but majority of his actions? What convinced him now? Okay, well, let's look at what happened literally the day before. He was dropped from all his sponsorships. He doesn't care. He does not care. He didn't care when he was filming the videos. He didn't care when he was editing and posting them. His whatever assistant, Natalie, how her face is, she doesn't care. She's a woman herself, editing videos of other women being SA'd. She doesn't care. Nobody cares. And I think this should just go to show that these are people that we should not be supporting whatsoever. But these people are horrible people. They're not good people. Make sure all of their sponsorships drop and fall off and bund up. It can't be every day I'm seeing them trend and then it's like nothing happened the next day and their followers have skyrocketed. Like, I'm uncomfortable seeing how comfortable you guys are giving these people platforms that do not care about you. Think about how the influencers that are right now, how have they helped the community? I don't know, but explain to me what they have done other than post a 10-minute video so that they can get paid on YouTube. That is somewhat entertaining. Tell me what else they've done, because I don't see anything. What? So James Charles started a makeup line or his own brand, or came up with a palette, whatever. Is that something that you need? Like, if we're gonna use James Charles as an example, okay? If we're gonna compare what he has done versus how he has hurt the community and how he has hurt himself and his image and how he portrays himself, he's done nothing. If we're gonna outweigh them, he's actually done absolutely nothing but make a fool of himself online. Because what does he do like half the time on Twitter? Go on these Twitter rants, then apologize for the Twitter rants. Go on another Twitter rant, apologize for the Twitter rants. I should stop posting on Twitter. I should stop using my Twitter fingers. Goes on Twitter and rants again. Because what did he do with the whole Alicia Keys situation? First of all, Alicia Keys? You're gonna call it Alicia? Okay. But he calls out Alicia Keys, right? And he's like, oh, I hate when these influencers start making like all these lines or whatever. Like, she doesn't even wear makeup. First of all, how are you gonna call out? There's a whole other issue, and I think that should be a separate video, or I think there's a video already made about how James feels no ways calling out black women and how he just has a lot of hatred towards black women, and it's very obvious that he does because he portrays himself as such. But anyways, that's a whole other thing. When it comes to the Alicia Keys situation, he was so ready to hop on the gun and call her out, and you know what, let's expose her, because why is she have a makeup line if she doesn't even wear makeup? First of all, it's a skincare line. So anyways, making a fool of yourself online once again, example 1. Example 2, calling out Asian. Who do you think you are? Like, what? And he was literally involving himself in black business. What are you doing? Not even just black women's business. What are you doing? Talking about makeup artists charging. She was talking about something completely different. She wasn't talking about what you think you're talking about because you feel like you're a hot celebrity, and like the whole situation was. I don't even want to talk about it. But he's just an idiot, and I feel like that's just a prime example of how they portray themselves and what have they really done for you as a viewer. What have they done other than make a fool of themselves online? What, you want to stand Nikita Dragon? For what? For what? She'll literally blackfish and laugh about it, make jokes on Twitter. Again, here we come with Twitter. She'll make jokes on Twitter about like, oh, I wonder what race she's gonna be today, huh? And this is who you want to support? This is your queen? This is your idol? This is your Jesus? Like, what's going on? What's going on? What's not clicking here? You guys suck. Get out, bye.
We gon' light up the city with it. And the jet full lights in the back. In the city, burn your house by the track.